All right, I'm live with via Skype with Stephen Barkley, the author of the book Instructional Coaching with the End in Mind. And we have the honor of Mr. Barkley speaking at our professional development February 18th. Thank you in advance for taking the time to meet with me today, Mr. Barkley.
Oh, thank you. I really enjoyed the week that I had in Frisco this summer and the folks that I met there, so I'm looking forward to the return.
Perfect. Now, you know you're going to be speaking with 4 teams in our vertical pattern. We are the special programs team. We have our CATE Center, which is kind of our career and technical place. We have our Early Childhood Development Center. We have the K-8 Academic and Discipline Program, which I'm the principal of. And then we have our SOC, which is our High School Academic and Discipline Program. We're going to be conducting our book study with a flipped classroom in mind, and what we're going to do is have each one of those schools be responsible for 2 chapters of the book, and so they're going to get to teach us in our maybe faculty meetings, what have you. So before we roll up our sleeves and get to work, I just wanted to connect the face to the book, and also I wanted for us to develop a focus on what to expect while we're studying your book. So do you have any...
I hope the face doesn't interfere with reading the book.
Not at all. Not at all, I promise you.
Just a couple of thoughts I had as people pick up the book. When I was there live this summer, I started my session. Each day I had a different group, and I started my session each day with the same 2 beliefs that drive my work. And the first one is that teaching is a team sport. So as folks start into the book, if you kind of had that picture in mind, that I'm convinced to achieve what we want to achieve as a school, we have to tackle teaching as a team sport.
I agree with that.
And secondly, my statement is that teaching should be a public act, and what I mean by that is, if you're going to ask people to trust each other and work together as a team, they really need an opportunity to see each other work. So as you begin to explore the elements of coaching and why people will want to get engaged in coaching, it's that public act part of teaching that strengthens our ability to work as a team.
That actually sounds great, because that's going to be the first question I'm going to ask you is, how can our teachers who don't have numerous departmental colleagues to collaborate with use coaching to improve their instructional behaviors to increase positive student academic behaviors?
If you focus on the key that what produces student achievement is student behaviors, regardless of what I teach, we are most of the time focused on a pretty common list of student behaviors. So anyone coming into my classroom can assist me by observing my student behaviors and by observing my behaviors and the connection between the 2 without having to be specialized in my content. So I can tell you that in my international work, I coach teachers that I don't speak the language that they're speaking, but they can give me a specific student behavior to observe for. And very often when I'm working at the secondary level, people find it easier to start coaching outside their department because they are less likely to switch into an evaluative mode. They're less likely to think about how I would teach that or how I would handle the situation because we wouldn't have the expertise to. So we're more comfortable staying in the coaching role.
That makes perfect sense. Sometimes introductions of new philosophies can be overwhelming for teachers. So how can we make this something that is simply not added to teachers' workload but seen as beneficial to them in their day-to-day lives?
Yeah. My critical advice would be not to look at coaching as a new activity, but coaching is one, a culture that you want to create for the school, and second, it's a tool through which you get things done. So I use coaching to assist in the implementation of a new curriculum. I use coaching to add data to my work in a PLC. I use coaching to look at changing a teacher practice or extending my professional development. So the coaching isn't an activity of its own. It's a strategy to help me accomplish the other things that I'm already working on.
Love it. Is there any words of encouragement you'd like to give us before we embark on this new book study?
Yeah. Teacher and administrator learning is what produced student learning. And this is my 40th year in education. And I'm amazed at how much I've learned in the work that I've done through these 40 years. But I'm even more amazed at what I know is out there to still learn. To me, that's what makes education such a great field. If as an educator you think of a balloon and you put inside the balloon everything you now know about teaching, the outside of the balloon opens up areas for further study. So if people will go into this concept that through coaching you're looking at an opportunity to extend your chance to learn, and the kids will reap the benefits from that.
Sounds awesome. Hey, oh, sorry.
Yeah, any questions that come up as you do the book study, feel free to drop me an email. I'd be more than happy to answer them back to folks, and I'm really looking forward to being with you there in February.
We can't wait to see you, and I will take you up on that. If we have any questions, we're using the Learning Hub there, so it's every teacher in our district can see what we're doing, and so you have your own little spot.
I think that we'll plan February to assist people in moving ahead with what they want most to do. So as you guys interact with each other, in effect, you can be planning what we should tackle in February as an outcome from this.
Perfect. Mr. Barkley, thank you so much for your time, and can't wait to see you.
You bet.
All right.
Take care.
Bye-bye.